How are you? How are you? We're fashionably late as usual, but then again, anything goes on Thursday nights with Marella and Julia. And we are so excited to have husband and wife team here tonight, Alistair Thomas and Tracy Acadia Thomas. How are you guys? You're our first husband and wife team to join our show this year. It's actually, it's actually really, really exciting. Yeah.
That's good.
We're gonna get all the inside scoop on the business and on the marriage and whatever you like to share.
Well, I don't know about sharing that. I wasn't given permission to share that part.
She's right here. You just look over, and if she gives you the nod, it's okay.
If you get the look.
When she gives me the look, boy,
The look.
when she gives you the look, this thing has just became rated something different. Trust me.
Something different. I have to tell you guys, first of all,
Kids to bed. Trust me.
we've had some of those shows where it's put your kids to bed because this is
really?
gonna get crazy.
Well, get ready to go to bed, kids.
Disclaimer, 19 plus only.
For sure. First of all, I want to say thank you to Frequency 5 FM, Maria and Joseph. I also want to say thank you to all of our viewers, all the love and support we get every single week, including these lovely people, Tracy and Alistair, that are in the studio tonight. And I have to say right off the bat that, it's a community. It's a community spirit. It's a support. And I always mention how I know our guests, and Julia and I met Tracy and Alistair over the course of this year from a number of events, from a number of different things that we were going to, being connected with mutual friends, and then doing some really cool collaborations together. And then the list goes on and on. And guys, I just want to say, this is the Tracy Acadia Thomas that I've been promoting the Kings event every single week for the last few weeks, November 2nd. And I know you'll talk a little bit more about that later, but this is the Tracy that I mentioned, the Kings event, November 2nd. I mentioned the Soulful Image Magazine Legacy right there. And I want to say, you guys, I did post it in the thread last week, but again, congratulations to Lorna Dillon and Arlette, and I always get the last name, I'm so sorry, wrong, McKirkin, I think. They won the tickets to the Kings event, and then Jermelin, and then Jermelin Patricia Barnes won the 1-year subscription to the Soulful Image magazine, and then Ryan Radin and James Leach won the Michelle Obama 5th anniversary edition.
We're working hard for you, people.
For sure.
I'm working hard for you. I sweat. There's blood, sweat, and tears. On page what? On page 5, there's blood. Page 19 was sweat.
Alistair's the creative director.
The whole damn thing was tears, trust me.
He puts the whole thing together.
I put my foot in this thing.
Yes.
I like that.
I have to tell you,
Design's nice.
I was telling Julia, so last, I think it was a Saturday, and there was a whole bunch of stuff that was going on, and we're working on a few things. And so anyway, I said, well, you guys going to be on Saturday? I'll come and see you, and we'll just kind of, connect and catch up in person. And I was expecting like an hour or two, and it turned out to be like 5 or 6 hours.
Almost like a work day.
It was a work day, but it was like we got so much done, and we brainstormed, and I think it's Julia and I have a coffee office we go and work, and I think the place I met you is like your office where you guys work. Anyway, it was lovely because they were on opposite sides of the table, and both with their laptops, both doing their thing, both collaborating, both talking, both discussing. It actually looked like it was flowing really well.
That's just how we roll.
That's how it is.
That's us.
And no one bothers us.
And no one bothers you.
We're tucked in the corner, and then people would come in, and they're like, no, you can't sit there. That's the black people are there. Leave them alone.
Leave them alone.
They're working.
So let's talk about this. So you guys have been married, if I understand correctly, 20 years?
We've been together for 20 years, but almost 20. Actually, next year will be 20 years together.
Okay.
20 years together.
Wow.
Yeah.
10 years married.
10 years married. So technically,
Wow,
I
that's
call the other
nice.
10 years
2010.
time served. I deserve this.
You have the privilege of being the tambourine person this evening.
You know what?
I deserve
We're going to
this.
keep it here. We're
Here's
going to
the-
keep
here's
it
the
here.
thing,
It's
here's
all
the thing,
yours
here's the
now.
thing. Technically, you call it that we've been married for 20 years.
Yes.
Realistically, the real miracle is she's been married to me. Okay.
Is that the truth?
That's the listen, man. Listen, 10 years with me, I can't stand myself for 10 minutes,
Oh
and this
my
chick
God.
is with me for 10 years.
Why do you think that is?
I think she's crazy.
I mean,
I-
crazy's the best
I
kind,
think,
right?
I think she's. I look at her and I'm like, man, you gotta be nuts to be with my dumb ass. I said, boy.
Okay, let me ask you this. What's the one thing that she puts up with from you where you're like, no other woman would be sane enough to put up with this?
What's the one thing? What's the
Yeah.
one thing
You get one. There could be more. I don't know.
that Tracy puts up with? Oh God.
Look,
Well,
he's got to think about it.
I don't have. No, I don't
A
have
list.
No, there is a list, but on the top of the list, okay, yeah. One of the
Okay.
things Tracy has to put up with is okay. Although we work together, the thing is that I have I harass her a lot. You could say I harass her.
Harass her like how?
Oh,
like
okay, well, look at it this way.
Like how?
like how?
Okay, like,
specific.
like if, I'm looking right at you guys. If this was a workplace, I'd be in jail.
Oh.
Like that kind of harassment.
Well, there's
like,
sexual harassment, and then there's like workplace harassment, then there's like business
Husband-wife
bullying,
harassment.
then there's like
it's
Do tell.
It's almost like, hey, what's going on with you, baby?
oh,
You know what I mean?
okay.
I'm trying to work. Yeah, we can work later. Come on, man.
My goodness.
Oh, you know what I love?
I don't know how
You're
work gets
talking
done.
and you're trying to formulate an answer, and she's looking with her eyes rolling in the ceiling, going, "What is he going to
know.
say?"
Tracy's eyes live in the back of her head. How much time she had to roll her eyes with me. Half the time I think she's possessed. Just, oh my God.
Hence why she puts up with
Puts
you.
up with- I don't know how she does it. That's why I love her so much.
You know what? I honestly, I have to say, one of the things I really admire about both of you, aside from the fact that you are married, and you have 2 children, I believe, beautiful children.
Yes, Warren
and
Pistons.
and you work together, of course. From the time that I met you guys, one thing that was very apparent, minus the harassment,
Okay.
was
You notice that was apparent though.
Oh yeah.
You know she okay, minus
minus
that.
the harassment.
All right,
No,
there you go.
is that you really, really do support what she's all about and what she's doing. You support her. And I got that even when we were sort of, not sort of, but we were hanging out for a few hours on Saturday, and even these other times where we've met up and stuff. You support her, her vision and her calling. So it could be both your vision, but her calling. And so for all of you who don't know, but I know that Tracy and Alistair, but Tracy has a huge following on social media, and your whole presence around being very spiritual and soulful and soul, I'm going to talk a lot about that during the course of this hour, is really, really uplifting, and it's what you are and who you are. And there's Alistair, right? Funny guy, if you guys don't know.
I never
And
noticed.
what did you tell? Okay, we haven't like released what you're going to be doing on December 5th. This is another topic of discussion, but remember what you said? You were thinking about it. We were brainstorming, and remember what you said? I could call you. I could introduce you as. Do you remember?
Right. Like
Do you remember what you said?
my official title?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm a professional smartass.
I love it.
That's actually what I
Is
am.
that accurate?
It's an actual term. I went to school for it. I studied.
Professional
I'm a
smartass.
professional smartass. I graduated from being an amateur dumbass.
An amateur.
I remember homeroom, Dumbass 101.
Yeah, dumbass 101.
Yeah, I think I've heard about.
We
Yeah,
were there.
yeah.
Right.
So you know a
Good
few
time.
dumbasses as
Yeah,
well?
There was
Yeah.
a lot. So
Do you know more dumbasses or smartasses?
if I know, well, I had to know a lot. I had to get rid of a lot of dumbasses. I had to learn from a wise ass,
Right.
right? So I could become a smartass. So.
More dumbasses are smart. It depends. You're either at Walmart or on the road.
Yeah,
You don't
yeah.
know. You don't know. I have to
Bobo.
ask. I have to ask. a lot of the stuff you guys do is really amazing. And so here I am. And it's what I like about the fact that we're connected the way we are is that when you believe in someone and you really, like I don't even have to write notes down. I can just, so there I was going, okay, Soulful Image Magazine. Okay. Book launch, which I haven't even really started to tell people about yet. And I knew you guys were coming on tonight. And then, okay, King's event. And then, oh, she does a Queen's event in the spring. Oh, and that, you know what I mean? And you become really immersed in the cause and in the mission because you believe in it so much, right? And this is what community is all about. And I've said this time and time again. And what I'm going to lead this conversation. Aside from the fact, let me put it to you this way. Aside from the fact that you guys work together, walk us through what a day in the life is for both of you, both as a married couple and also as business partners. And then the second question, which you can answer after or later, is what are some of the trials and tribulations you guys have faced, maybe not with each other or with each other, but with the outside world on your entrepreneurial journey?
Wow, that's two very loaded questions.
I know. It's just how we roll around
Take it away, my
here.
dear.
You think this was going to be easy, didn't you?
All you, baby. That's all you.
So the day in the life, of Alistair and Tracy as married folks and as business partners.
The day in the life. Wow. How do we start our day? I always start my day with prayer.
Mm-hmm.
So generally, I'm usually the one that's up the earliest.
Are you laughing like that's not true? Or yeah, she's absolutely right.
Tracy wakes up roosters.
Oh, so it's the opposite.
Tracy's up.
Like 5 a.m. up?
Like, did you go to bed?
Right. We
No,
can relate to
sometimes
that.
I'm up like early, like 4 in the morning.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
Sometimes I'm really up very early.
Yeah.
But, that's the time I spend with the Lord. I spend time with the Lord, and when they're asleep, that's my time to pray. And a lot of times when they're sleeping, they don't even know, but I lay hands on them and I pray over them.
Wow. Yeah, it's
Them,
beautiful.
Yeah, my children and him.
That's beautiful. Yeah.
But yeah, it's just, getting up, being thankful for, what the Lord has blessed us with.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And, just having a great outlook on what the Lord has for us for that day.
And you're juggling you're a wife, you're a mom, you're a businesswoman. You're juggling a lot, right? And how do you keep everyone all together, rowing in the same direction?
The grace of God. Honestly, sometimes I don't even think about it. I just, I just roll with it.
Yeah.
And I always give it over to the Lord to just ensure that everything needs to be done in the right timing and in His way.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I try not to stress over things, and it's hard because there's so much that has to be done. So I find sometimes when I'm getting in that mode of, okay, I'm frustrated because they're not doing the things that I want.
Wait, you get frustrated?
Oh, yes.
Really?
I'm human.
Oh, I say that because who doesn't get frustrated? Like, let's be honest, right?
Yeah.
Julie and I, we're not, well, you could say we're almost married to one another, but we're like, business partners and mother and daughter. And when I was watching you guys on Saturday with the laptops and collaborating and checking and reviewing and doing and brainstorming, it's me and Julia do a lot of that. We spend a lot of time together. And there's always going to be, what I find fascinating is when you work together, or let's say when you work together, but also having a family together, it's almost like both parties have to be very in tune and very aware of the time commitments required to deliver on business or to deliver on family stuff, right?
By the way, before anything, I'm just looking at the comments.
Yes. I don't have my phone, you guys,
No,
yet.
it was
So
just,
go ahead.
Our audience are having issues hearing her with her mic. I don't know.
You can't hear me?
Oh,
Nice and close.
Check 1 2 1 2. Can
Thank
you
you,
hear me
Lorna
now?
Dillon.
thank you, Lorna Dillon.
And
Lorna Dillon was like,
Is that
I cannot
better?
hear
And
Tracy
Cassie.
well.
Yeah, and Cassie
And
can't hear
Kathy
Tracy.
Figley, hey, it's Kathy.
Kathy.
Yes.
That's my girl.
What's up, baby?
Let's actually thank you. Just hold that thought for a second. We just want to, because we have a
wanna
lot of
give
great
thanks.
viewers. We got Julia Scalise is in the house, and Craig Stevens is watching. Hey, Craig, how are
He
you?
sent me a really nice video of him and well, I guess his dog, and they were like excited and captioned, "We're excited for anything goes."
Is he
And
cute?
Yeah, he's cute. Right, look at
I'm
that.
talking about the dog.
Yeah. Well, both of them. Craig, you're cute. Sorry.
Craig, you're cute.
He's my best friend.
I'm unbiased, Craig. I really don't know.
Right.
Hey!
Aw, so cute.
That dog looks very ferocious.
Right.
Oh.
Shout out.
Thanks so much for
to the
tuning in.
doggos and
Hey
Craig.
Ramsey, how are you?
I'm
How's
gonna-
everything
I'm
going?
gonna buy a dog just
Cynthia
like that.
Valeria
Right?
is watching. Cynthia, thank you so much for tuning in.
Hey, girl,
Lorna
hey.
Dillon is watching. Lorna, I don't know if you heard at the beginning, but we gave you a shout out. We're looking forward to seeing you at Tracy's Kings event next Saturday, November 2nd. It's going to be awesome.
We will be dancing.
We will be dancing.
We will be singing.
And we'll be singing.
We will be
Not well.
not. Yeah.
That's a big
We'll be
promise.
having
You
fun.
singing?
Yeah.
You singing, right?
With me?
Yeah.
If I sing?
No, you're going to be singing, right?
I will sing. I will
Give us a
do
sneak
it.
preview right now.
Yeah, let's do it.
A sneak preview?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, summer fling, something big. Tracy, join me. But the summer. Thank you very much.
Woo! Very good. I can't wait. I can't wait.
Amazing.
If I wasn't going, I'm going now. So Lorna says hello, beautiful people, and we've got okay. Craig says check your snap. Ryan Radin is watching. Hey Ryan, how are you? Thank you so much for tuning in. We mentioned you earlier. You are going to be getting the Michelle Obama 5th anniversary edition of Soulful Image magazine. I think I got one too. I don't even know, and if I don't, I want one. Right?
For 1 second, I need to feel this.
Stacy Walcott is watching. Stacy, hey, how are you? Thank you
Hi,
so much for
Stacey.
tuning in. I'm so sorry, lovely. I know you sent me some messages. We're just getting ready for the
You know
show.
what you guys need? You guys need like a clear mirror, like romper room.
Yep.
And be like, I see Stacy. I see Robert.
I see
see
Stacy. I see
I
Robert.
see Chelsea.
I see Chelsea.
I see you, William, and you owe me $10. Don't think I don't see you. Yeah, I see you, Rob. I see you.
I see you.
I see.
Don't even try hiding.
Oh my goodness.
I love it. Lorna says, "Aw, shucks." We've got Luis Hernandez. Thank you so much for watching. James Leach is watching. Stacy says, "Hello, good night, everyone." Sharon Fletcher is watching. Thank you so much for tuning in. We got some. I hope I apologize in advance for some of the name pronunciations. We've got Kathy Rizzi Filiano,
Yes.
and
Rena Senorina.
thank you
Yeah.
so much
That's-
for
no,
tuning
I'm
in.
the only one
She
that's
can only say
allowed
that.
to call
I'm not
her
allowed to
that.
call her that. I'm
That's
sorry.
my childhood best friend.
Oh my goodness.
Yes,
That's
Kathy.
awesome. It's so nice to have childhood best friends,
Yeah,
right?
It must be nice.
Must be
Yeah,
nice.
must be
Known
nice.
each other since
How many do you
Kidding.
have?
Me, childhood friends? My mom?
Yep.
Okay, I'm lying. No, not my mom. She's my friend. She doesn't consider me a friend.
Come on.
I'm not taking her thing.
No, you're not taking her thing. Renato is
fired.
watching. Hi, Renato. Always great to see you. Kim
Ciao,
Wilson says,
ciao.
"We'd get along. You're a professional smartass. I'm the ringmaster of the shit show."
Oh,
So listen, I want to say, sorry, Alistair, just give me 1 second. I want to give a shout out to Kim Wilson and a whole bunch of wonderful people. And we always do a week in review, but we're kind of mashing it all in tonight, which is great. I was honored to be part of Monday's Waterloo. Of course, in Waterloo Monday night. And Kim Wilson was one of the speakers, along with Carolyn Westlake, Gary Henry. There was Erin Chandler. There was Karen Leslie.
powerhouse
Yeah,
of
there was
women.
myself. We had Jesse Perrant, I think is the pronunciation correctly. And he was doing some music. And I almost feel like I'm missing a speaker. So, Julia, please help me. I think I got them all. There's, Erin Chandler, Carolyn Westlake, myself, Karen Leslie, Kim Wilson, Gary Henry. I think I got them all.
Yeah, I got
and
them all.
and Kim and everybody, like, just they were amazing amazing. It was such a fantastic night. Shout out to Sheila, to Kim Bassler, to Linda McKinnon, to Andrew Cordero. So many wonderful people there. Kim Wilson, she mentioned about being the ringmaster of the shit show. She said to me that she wasn't sure that she had a story to share, and she got up there and she just knocked it out of the park, you know. And she talked about what I love about her and everybody else is we're all rebels in our own way. We're all rebels, you know. And she was just so vulnerable, and she put it all out there. So Kim, it was just an honor for me to witness that. So Alistair, you were going to say something about your professional smartass title?
Well, I don't know. Like I'm the shit show leader here.
Yeah, you guys need to collaborate on
That's what
something.
I'm running into. If there's a case, boy, we'll be wrecking shop. So
Call me.
You need to make a theme song.
What
For it.
would the theme song be?
dun, 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 dun. No,
Dun.
that's copyright infringement. That's Star Wars. Yeah, I
Da-na-na-na-na.
can't use that one.
Yeah, yeah. Would it be your own?
Would I have a theme song?
We should make one right now.
Something.
Yeah,
It gotta
go.
be a mixture of Shaft. It gotta be a mixture of. Yeah. Okay, you start the beat.
Go.
Just the good old boys. But then again, Kim's not a boy.
No, she's not. Okay, you
So I
guys.
really suck at theme songs. So
You guys
please
can work
don't
on it.
ask
Maybe
me to.
present it at the
This
King's
is
event.
good.
I don't know. It's just a thought there.
Use the Star Wars beat, but make your own lyrics to it. Not
That's
the same
true.
thing.
I
So
could,
copyright.
I could do that, but I'm still going through my lawsuit with George Lucas. So.
Oh, got it.
You're in a lawsuit with George Lucas. You think you're gonna win?
I don't know.
I have
like,
faith. Have faith.
I'm just stretching out in court until he dies.
Because you gotta have
Yeah.
faith.
That's the thing.
All right then. Moving on for just
Moving
one
on for
moment.
now,
Just
yes.
one moment. So Maria LaPera is watching. Maria, thank you so much for tuning in. We've got Kathy says rock stars. Kathy says Trey never sleep. LOL. Lorna says I cannot hear Tracy well. Oh, okay, sorry. I hope it's better now.
Is
I
it
think.
better now, guys? Sorry.
Now let us know,
Hopefully.
guys.
I'm
Paul-
a bit soft-spoken sometimes.
She's going to be singing. Tracy is actually going to be singing this evening, so we have to hear you. Paulina's watching. Paulina, how are you? Thank you so much for tuning in. Kathy, I think it's Kathy Vase. She says, hi, beautiful Tracy and funny Alistair. You all look great with all the work
Funny
you
how?
both do. Do you both have to set apart
Funny
time
Funny,
for...
funny how? Am I a clown to amuse you? Funny. You say I'm funny. Funny how?
I feel like there's a
Funny
Joe,
how?
there's a Joe Pesci reference
What are you talking
there.
about funny? What do you mean by funny how?
I'm going to say
Do I look
humorous.
like a clown here for you? Never mind. Never mind.
Hilarious, humorous,
I
funny,
guess, you know what?
comedic.
That's all right, baby. We're good. We're good. We're fine.
She has a question, you guys. She says, do you both have to set apart time for date nights and time for each other just as a couple? How do you keep your relationship with each other strong?
Good question.
Very good question.
Do we have to set aside date nights? Sometimes. I mean, we're always together, so we'll be in the midst of something, and I'm hungry. Come, let's go eat. And
Yeah.
like I don't know. It's hard to.
Okay.
Yes.
Can I push a
Go ahead.
answer to that? One time, me and Tracy, we had this talk, and I said to her, I said, you know what? I think in order for us to be fun, you have to bring in a little bit of irresponsibility sometimes. And when me and Tracy's together, it's like we're 19 again.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Right? I mean, we do some. I mean, she's an upstanding, God-fearing woman, but boy, the things this woman does, man.
Tell
Oh,
us.
Oh
the
my
secret.
God.
okay.
The audience wanna know.
So in other words, you guys keep the sizzle going.
Yeah, we're you know we're fun, right? You know, I think what a lot of people do when they get married is they go into the whole path of being married. One of the things that this is outside of popular opinion, but one of the things that married couples tend to do once they get married and they have kids is they put a whole lot of focus on their kids.
Yeah.
As if their kids is the most important thing in their household. No offense.
That's okay. I hate
My
myself.
kids are
But-
the most
but the
important in
thing-
my
I'm just
household.
No, but see, they're important.
They're
Yes.
important.
Yes.
They're important. But what we learned is for a married couple that has children, you're the most important thing in the household.
They're the most.
Right,
important.
right. Yeah.
You're the most important. Because let's face it, your kids can't do shit without you. They have to be fed by you. They live in your house. You pay rent. You take them to school. You dress them. You feed them. They can't do nothing without you. They can't live without you. You love them and you care for them because they're yours, right? But you're the one who's important. Now, when you have that in mind, you have to understand that your relationship, they depend on. You go to your kids and you say to your kids, you know what, me and mom is not going to be together anymore. Their whole world falls apart.
Right. That's
Yeah.
it. That's it.
Yeah.
That's a very, very, but you know what? That's a very, very good point. I have to tell you, one of the things, if I may, as many of you know, and Julie and I, we always try to incorporate our own life experiences on the show and with our guests because it's all about, being real, right? Real talk and getting to know all of us together.
Yeah.
And so we don't want to just, we're not just putting you on the hot seat. We like to disseminate parts of things as the conversation leads us. Anyway, so where I'm going with this is, as you guys know, I was with my husband for 3 decades. And as some of you may or may not know, he passed 10 years ago. So I was the mom and dad for 10 years and still am. I get asked even to this day, what made our marriage what it was. It wasn't perfect, right? But we had such love and a lot of love, and we laughed and we did a lot of things together. But you know what the secret was to our marriage lasting so long is that, and I just told somebody this 2 days ago, we just allowed each other to be. So in other words, what I mean by that is we took time to obviously respect one another's existence, right?
Yeah.
We did things together, just the two of us. We did fun things, lots of different activities and stuff without the kids. We did things with the kids, right? A lot of things with the kids. And then also he had his group of like fishing and hunting and camping buddies. And I'm like, I'm not into any of that. And I had my sort of
Like not our
like
thing.
corporate job and stuff, so lots of times I had to do stuff in that regard, but sometimes we would we'd get into each other's comfort zones. Like he would be uncomfortable doing something I liked, but he did it, and then vice versa, right? And so I hear what you're saying about you had to make yourselves first in order to be healthy in all aspects
Yeah.
for your children.
That's right.
Right?
That's how our boys see it. They clearly see that mom and dad is a team. We're a force.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
And we're
good.
like the greatest force in the world. They have no idea how the sun rises or sets, but they know not to piss us off.
Oh my god.
You know what I mean?
They know that.
They know that. Not to piss us off. Like this world could pass away, but damned if they get dad and mom mad, man. Trust me.
So let me ask you that. Speaking of that, what are each of your triggers for each other? What is the one thing that pisses you off, and what's the one thing that not even pisses you off, but triggers like that?
Tracy's gonna go on with this when I go take a bathroom break.
No. There are no bathroom breaks during this time. No, unless you have to really go.
Tracy's really gonna. Okay, go on, babes.
Triggers. The only thing that I could say that's very annoying
It's
is
because I keep cutting her off. She hates when I cut her off. She really can't stand
it's
that.
his
Oh my god.
snoring. Sorry.
Oh, dry. Oh.
It's okay. It's okay.
Snoring. Oh my god.
Okay, that's honest.
Maybe
No,
it's
but that's
that bad.
honest. No, but that's honest.
And the thing is, I don't
He
know it.
knows that.
You don't know
No,
it.
I know it, but I don't know it because there's times I'm sleeping, and then I'll just feel a whap. What happened? What happened? And Tracy's like, I don't know.
I don't know.
I think it fell off the shelf onto your head. Anyway, now that you're awake, you're snoring. That loud? The vibrations are, but I don't know. So I
Oh
can't.
my god.
But yeah,
You
the
make
snoring
it
is.
sound so bad.
It's.
Hence why she's up at 4 a.m.
I guess that's why she's about 4 in the morning.
Sometimes.
Meditating.
I ain't gonna lie.
And I'll wake up. I'm like, you're inconsiderate.
That's so.
How dare you wake up at 4 in the morning? She's like,
So you guys have been in business together. Okay, I know you guys have been together 20 years. How long have you guys been in business together?
For oh my goodness.
okay.
2000 and
2001 since the T-shirt biz.
yeah.
T-shirt biz kicked in 2000 and I would say 5, but really 8. And
Okay.
And here's where Tracy shines in this, because for me, I started my T-shirt brand called For Real.
Yep.
And
For
I'm just I'm
For
like,
real,
like when
right?
it came to the designs, I'm like fabulous. I'm super sexy with the designs. I'm awesome. You know what I mean? I'm like Shaft mixed with Michael Jordan when it comes to graphic design.
I love it.
Yeah, we hear
I'm
you.
sexy like that, trust me. Right? But the thing was, I wasn't
need to
making
dance for
any
us.
money.
Yeah.
I was like, what's like I wasn't making any money. So, Tracy came along, and one thing I have to give Tracy credit for, when we first started dating, Tracy used to sell Avon.
Oh,
And
I love Avon.
Do
I
you?
do too.
I don't mind
I
it
don't
either.
know
I don't mind
everything
it
in
either.
Avon.
Any of their stuff, but I love their stuff. This is a shameless plug.
Especially looking
Avon.
in the booklet, and you circle everything you like, and it's so
Yes.
random, but it's like I
Tracy
want
was
it.
like that.
Shout out
Me
to
too.
my dear friend Lydia Malfera, who I think she still sells Avon, but she's been selling it for the longest time. My mom buys it from her, and all of a sudden you have these little booklets of goodies, and then you order from there, and then
Yeah.
they come to the house.
I have never
and-
seen
love
anybody
Avon.
sell Avon as effectively as Tracy. She pimped Avon.
That was my training
That
ground
was-
Was
for
it?
business.
Oh,
Was
no,
it?
Tracy was like, there's people who sell Avon, but Tracy was like apprentice Avon, like hardcore. She was
Apprentice
Oh,
Avon.
man, like
I like that.
I'm talking boardroom. She didn't play with
No, because
Avon.
how it happened is I used to work for Bell Canada, so it was a huge call center, and one day I had a book, and somebody was like, "Oh my goodness, who's selling Avon?" And then instantly I was like, "Cha-ching!" I
Yeah.
heard cha-ching.
Yeah.
They wanted.
Yeah.
And I was new, like I was new to the company at the time. And I just saw all these sea of people, and I just started. I ordered all these books. I used to bring a shopping cart filled with books.
Oh my god.
And I would come in before my shift, and I would put them on everybody's desk. And I had my little papers that I put my name and my desk number and how they can order on it. And I had my campaigns, and I did so
And you
much
just
stuff.
started from
I just started.
Yeah.
I don't know. It
And-
was just something. I just loved it.
And what she
Yeah.
would also
I just
do,
loved
she
it.
would have me go door to door, knocking on doors.
Avon
giving out-
calling.
Giving out pamphlets,
Like,
the cold
hi.
calling. Hi, my name is Alistair. I'm selling Avon on behalf of my wife Tracy. Do you want to buy lipstick? Do you want to buy lotion?
How'd
But-
that work?
Oh, I loved it.
Did you?
Oh my God.
Yeah, the
Can't you just tell
sarcasm.
the sarcasm?
Yeah,
Ah.
there it is.
Either which way,
But you
the
did
thing-
it, didn't you?
I did it. But the thing was, Tracy was Tracy was really good at doing that. So the thing was, when it was time for me to do my T-shirt business, she says, "You know what? You need direction." And my ego came into play. It didn't come into play. It came into my head, and it's like, you know what? You're gonna make her tell you what to do. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to. So I said, okay, Tracy, you know what? I'll make my designs, and you do the rest. And Tracy.
Right.
Tracy then picked up the phone, and she ended up calling all sorts of events, meeting people. She got us
Booked us
booked into Matadi Drum
everywhere.
Festival. She got us.
Europe Fest.
She got us booked up into so much
Afro
festivals
Fest.
that summer.
And
was
you know
back
what?
in the
I
day.
want to talk about this for a second. You talk about the ego. And I was going to ask, and you've mentioned it. It's very interesting how lots of times, well, maybe not as much these days, maybe it's still evident. I don't know. There's always been that stigma associated with, if the wife makes more money than the husband or is more successful, let's say, than the husband. And I like what you said in the context where you were thinking about like the ego, like I'm the man and my wife is telling me what to do. But if I'm reading it correctly, and I know about you, what I know is that you also know how smart your wife is. You also know what her talents are. And so at the end of the day, you're thinking, look, she's got these talents. I know what I'm good at. So together, let's make this happen. There was no like,
Right.
I can sell T-shirts better than she can sell Avon. There was, you guys started to come together,
Yeah.
right?
I saw her because she was the woman I love, and although she had a lot of good ideas, I could either take it as you know what, I could do this myself and prove it to myself, or I could say, you know what, let's be a team and be stronger.
And you know what I like about this? And we're going to talk a little bit about the trials and pitfalls of what we all, I guess, find in trying to make a living when we are entrepreneurs, because there are a few pitfalls. Like, let's be honest, right? But what I used to always say when I worked in these big companies, when you've got such enormous number of employees working together, lots of times people are coming together and you're going to butt heads, right? And you're not necessarily. And I used to come in as the mediator, and I used to say, you know what, you guys, our competitors are out there. They're nipping at our heels every single day. There is no room for this infighting in here. You know, like, do you know what I'm saying? So with when there's business partners that are family members, married or family members or what have you, my take is always like, there's enough competition out there that's trying to do the same thing, and there's nothing wrong with that. I think there's a slice of pie for everybody, right? But what I'm saying is, when there's infighting and there's this and that and a little bit of a difference of opinion, or a lot of a difference of opinion, making the challenge of getting things done that much more challenging, it really defeats the objectives of what you're trying to do, because there's enough BS out there. There's enough dealing out there. So Alistair, you were saying about earlier about trying to find a way to make money and this, that, and the other. The challenge is real. You know, the hustle is real, right? So it's already difficult enough without there being this constant, like, okay, how are we all going to do this? And we have to come together, right? You know?
I think the reality of it is not everyone can do everything just excellent.
Right.
Like everything. Like, you'll have your lane, your area that
Yeah.
you excel in, and the other things you're going to need help.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
going to need
100%.
help.
Yeah.
And I think when it comes with us, like, we're very compatible in the sense that we're both very creative. He's an artist.
Yep.
I draw as well. I'm an
The
artist
freaking
as
best
well.
in the world, man.
You know, and we're
The best in the world, not the universe.
The world's-
Just the world.
Just
The world's okay?
Just the world.
All right.
But
You're
yeah.
just cutting yourself short. That's
Give a damn
all.
about Saturn. I don't care. Continue.
But yeah, we're very artistic, and so we see things a lot the same. But he's stronger when it comes to, you know, the art, like graphic and production,
Yes.
stuff like that.
Yes. Yes.
When it comes to sales and, you know, organization, that's my area.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know,
It was so
I have
cute.
to.
It was so cute because when we were all sitting together and we were just talking about certain things, and I addressed both of you as in, you know, because both of you together collaboratively, a few times you totally ran and handled the topic or the situation. That was your lane. And then there was a few times where you, you know, diverted to Tracy to say, what do you think? You handle this. And that's good because you guys can appreciate what each other offers to the partnership,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I think it's very important. I want to just see who else is on here. And then I want to talk about what you guys have found to be some of your toughest challenges trying to build a business, in whether it be working with others. We don't do name dropping here. We're all very respectful of, you know, but listen, I talk often about navigating landmines, in my life. We've all had, you know, great managers. We've all had maybe not so great managers. We've all had colleagues that were fantastic. We've all had some colleagues that were questionable, right? So there's nothing wrong with talking about some of the challenges, because there's a lot of people out there, whether they're married to their business partner or not, who are dealing with challenges or even thinking about starting up their own businesses, right? So we want to talk about some of the challenges or surprise tribulations that you guys came across, and then maybe you can walk us through, again, keeping it as general as possible, how you dealt with it and how you've come out of it, maybe what the life lesson or the business lesson was for you. So I'm giving you a lead already in of what I was going to ask, so you can have a little bit of time to think about it. Okay, so we've got, hang on a second, you guys. Kathy says, Tracy always shines. So do you, Alistair. Anna Santos is watching. Thank you so much, Anna. Oh, we've got LOLs in the... Did you tell everybody to spam the LOLs in the chat again?
No, but I'm going to. Everyone put LOL in the chat for
'Cause we
your
do that every
chance
year.
to win a signed tambourine. I'm just kidding.
By yours truly, Julia Scalise.
Tambourine.
Psych. I'm kidding. But
No,
if you
'cause-
want a signed
Like Sunday
tambourine,
morning service.
Because we're always
You get a
talking
signed
about how...
tambourine.
But now with
From
texting
me.
and instant messaging, everybody just... LOL is the default response for everything.
yeah, so spam those LOL.
You know what I
tags.
mean?
I will actually sign this and give it to someone if they
That's
want.
your-
If they
wait,
want it.
Is that your that's your go-to? LOL, that's everybody's go-to here?
Yeah.
No, not
well,
here. Out there in
out
like...
there in general.
In general, yeah,
Yeah.
like oh, did you see that meme?
Oh my God,
the
bro, I
latest
almost
meme
got
today
hit by a
about
car.
LOL,
LOL.
or yeah, or did you oh, listen, I was in a car accident. My car's a write-off. Oh, LOL. It's like
Yeah.
really LOL is like this default that
It's like,
everybody.
dude, I almost got pulled over. LOL.
Oh wow.
Or something. I'm like, it's not funny. Why are
Oh,
you putting LOL at the end
It's
of
almost
that?
like a signature.
It's almost like a signature,
like a filler.
like a
Almost-
lazy signature.
Almost like how I would say something like, last night I voted for the Liberal Party. Hashtag titty sprinkles.
LOL.
LOL.
Mine is hashtag titty sprinkles. Hashtag titty sprinkles.
Titty sprinkles.
That's my
Oh,
that's my hashtag.
Hashtag
okay.
titty sprinkles in the chat, guys.
yeah, that's right, baby.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
Right next to hashtag Soulful Image Magazine. Soulful Image.
Don't put him
Soulful
aside
Purpose.
social image. No.
No, don't do it. Don't do it. Okay, so we got
I
Ryan.
mean, unless
This is why she shouldn't be married to me for so long.
wait.
There's
No hashtag titty sprinkles. No. That's for
sorry,
me.
we've
That's
got
for me.
Noelle is watching. Hey Noelle, how are you? I'm so sorry that we didn't have a chance to connect today. I only saw, how sometimes people message you in Messenger, but then there's other things that are, and then all of a sudden that message drops to the bottom. So Noelle, I promise I will follow up with you. We're going to get you on the show. We've got Kim Wilson who says, she said something here. She says, I've got nothing. So I'm assuming it's her story because she's always saying she's got nothing. You got a ton of stories, Kim, a ton of stories. I think that was just the tip of the iceberg. Sometimes we don't know. Like we have stories. Like I thought that I didn't have a story until I had a story to share. And then I was like, Everyone has a story or two, right? Sorry, we've got Kathy says couple goals. She says you guys are a force. Sharita Cooks is watching. Hey, Sharita, how are you? So nice to see you on here. We've got we've got so many. Oh, Heather Linus Lindsay is on. Hey, Heather, how are you? Thank you so much for tuning in. Stacy says love Avon. Julia says hey, onion rings. Yeah, the night at
oh my
the.
God,
Oh my
onion
goodness.
Onion rings.
We're all
Onion
on like this health kick, yet
I'm
we were trying to order the healthiest thing on the menu and we went to Grade's
okay.
Libra Bash, right?
yeah.
And then all of a sudden we've got spring rolls coming, mozzarella sticks,
and
onion
onion
rings. I'm
rings.
like, how is this healthy?
That's healthy.
That's healthy.
I think
That's
deep,
all they have,
I,
really.
I think deep fried is a food group next to sugar and grease.
It's gluten free.
Heather says, great, now I'm hungry. And we do this every single week, right? Sharita says, great point. Relationships is a team effort. Hold on. Oh, Lorna says they came together to build their kingdom, right? Ryan Radin says, if I get blessed with a woman making more than me or more successful, I'm going to be very happy because that would encourage me to do my part to be able to help her grow and learn from her to build my own.
Or you could just lie down in a bed of money.
Line a bed of money?
Or that.
That would be awesome.
Or that.
I mean, I'm
Or
still
that.
waiting for her to get Oprah money. You know what I mean? So I don't mind being the first husband in our.
You're okay with that?
I'm fine.
You'll let us know? We'll know when that happens.
when she gets Oprah money. Oh,
Yeah.
no one else is gonna know.
No one's going to know?
Oh, no one's
Just
gonna-
you. Just you?
No one's gonna. We'll probably call you guys from like Puerto Vallarta or something like that.
Oh my God.
We got Oprah
Hello,
money.
Mirella, darling. We're on the
Sipping on
Riviera. We got the Oprah money. Ta-ta.
Ta-ta.
Wait, you said what? We got that. Oh, sorry. My minutes have run
My
out.
minutes have run out.
Sorry.
Gotta go.
I'm on Freedom Mobile. I'm sorry.
Or use that excuse that I tend to go to all the time. Like, oh, sorry, darling. I locked myself in the car. This is an emergency. I gotta call you back.
I locked
Bye,
myself.
ciao.
Oh, yeah. Someone used that excuse. Or did you
I
use that
used that
excuse
once
on
and I
someone?
was like, oh my God, this person won't stop talking. I'm like, okay, They were being like really like like a big hater, and I'm like, listen, I have an issue. I locked myself in my car. I gotta call you back. Oh, okay, yeah, okay, bye. I get a text 5 minutes later. Wait. Dot.
That don't make no sense.
And I'm like,
What the hell?
what?
So smart of you. So smart of you.
Because
Hold
when
on
you're
here.
panicking, you could say anything, then the other person will be panicking too.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, okay, yeah, go. And then they'll be like,
Wait
wait.
a second.
How ingenious of you to come up with that. Ryan continues to say, there's nothing better than having a woman that understands the power of building empires and drives you to continue to build your own. I believe in the importance of a woman having her empire, me having mine, and we having ours together. That's really wonderful, Ryan. Thank you so much.
Well said, my friend. Well said.
Yeah, very, very well
Slow
said.
golf
Oh
clap.
my God, I can't believe you guys are actually like the hashtags in here. Okay, hold on a second. Yes, Lorna, that you heard that right. I'm not even gonna repeat the hashtag.
Titty sprinkles. Hashtag Tati.
People are loving your hat. People are loving your hat.
thanks.
Okay, we have to have some no thanks moments tonight because we've been sliding on those and we were introducing them. No thanks is like those epiphany moments when things are happening and you're just like, yeah, no thanks. You know, like those pet peeves. And we always have so many. So again, I'm giving you time to think of one each so you guys can
Oh my
share.
God. When you receive that I miss you after 2 years and you've moved on with a husband, 8 children, no thanks.
Oh.
I'm just kidding.
Exactly. So okay. So
Like when someone tried to offer me prison loving, and I say,
Oh,
no
no
thanks.
thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Prison loving.
Yeah.
Oh my god! No
I don't
thanks.
get
Was that a
prison
no
loving.
thanks
Oh,
moment for you?
God.
For real? You had to think about that. You had to think about that.
I was watching Oz. I'm sorry.
So, okay. So, walk us through the journey. And in other words, what are some of the things that you guys have found that you've come across that maybe surprised you in the context of trying to build your business? Some of the good stuff, but also some of the not so good stuff. And how did you handle it?
Loaded question.
I know. I'm giving you lead-ins.
This is my Tracy. Can I talk? Look.
Yes.
Is that your Tracy?
That's
Can
my-
I talk?
Tracy, can I tell you something? Look. No, Tracy pretty much knows. One of the things I think that we've learned, which is a good thing, I think one of the lessons is you really don't know, right? You could plan something, you could have something in your head, you don't know if it's going to be good, you don't know if it's going to be bad, but you really don't know. The difference between doing it and not doing it is doing it, so do it, right? You really don't know if you take that chance, and there's many situations where me and Tracy would analyze the situation like it's Frasier. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Like it's Frasier.
Yeah, like I'm Dr. Frasier Creighton, that's and she's my brother or something. And we just analyze the hell out of a situation. But then when we get to it, like it doesn't turn out anything like how we thought it would be. If
Right.
anything, it turns out better.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So you really don't know what happens until you try. That's why I tell people, Tracy mostly, if you have an idea, a business, it's really important to start. It's one thing when you have your own vision of how it's going to be 12 steps ahead, but seriously, if you start, you really have no idea the chain reaction. Of
The
you
momentum
starting.
that it builds, right?
You have no idea.
Yeah.
Like, it could take you somewhere like different, like a good different, not like on your knees on some shore with some
Yeah.
gangster with his gun behind your head.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, not
Very
like-
vivid.
Yeah, not like Goodfellas different.
No
but
thanks.
It could take you. No thanks. Yeah.
No
No
thanks.
thanks.
But it can take you to a really good different. That's one of the things that we've learned. So there's times when we ask ourselves the question, okay, what if we don't do blank? Well, guess what will happen? Nothing.
That's right.
So what happens if we do this thing? Well, in the name of science, let's find out. And then we'll do it. And then me and Tracy will end up going, holy crap, could you believe that? That's all around.
Right?
And stuff.
So many times.
Right?
So many times.
What do you think is okay? I'm leading this question because I know what the answer is, and I will stand by my answer till I take my last breath 105 years from now. But what do you guys think is the single ingredient to being successful entrepreneurs?
single ingredient of being successful entrepreneurs.
Yeah. Yeah. And when I say successful, I don't necessarily mean every single thing that you guys do is making a ton of profit, because you got to remember when you're on a journey, like Alistair said, you're trying different things, you're trying it out. Some might make money, some may not, some may give you this, some may give you that, but it's all towards moving it forward. Okay. In your experiences, what's the one common denominator that comes through every single time that's the make or break on whether something works or not?
I would say just knowing your purpose.
Yeah.
That is the basic.
Yeah.
You know, if you know your purpose and you're aligned with what God has called you to do, you can't fail.
And I'm going to add to that. I would say you're absolutely right. So know your purpose and then communicate your purpose, stay true to your purpose, and the support from the community will come. That's what I think. You know, what do you guys think? I know there's a lot of people that are entrepreneurs or thinking about it, or thinking about leaving their soul-sucking corporate jobs and thinking about it, you know. So
I'll say something about the job. Well, one of the things I think is persistence,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Because honestly, I'm the kind of guy who quits every 5 days, right? And it's like, oh, you know what? I had this.
like
like,
with any sorry, not with anything. Sorry, with anything specific or just
It's
with
like, you know, sometimes you work and then you'll get to a challenge and it's like you just that's it. This, and you just throw everything up in the air, and then you just need to calm down, breathe. And there's times when, as tired as you are and as beat up as you are, the purpose itself, like what Tracy says, pulls your ass out of bed.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah, yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It pulls you. So it's persistence, but when you get to a certain level of persistence, it pulls you, right? And
When did you guys know what your purpose was?
when Tracy told me hers,
Right. Right. And when did Tracy know hers?
don't look at me this way.
Don't look at me.
Tracy's
Yeah.
looking at me.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Because some people don't ever know. And then some people arrive at it later. And some people know right away. And then sometimes the purpose changes,
That's true.
right?
I think for me, it was going through just trying to find myself,
Yeah.
you know. For many years, I was supporting him with his T-shirt business, and I was doing my Avon. So I think it was in the midst of, you know, doing the Avon and kind of wanting my own thing.
Yeah.
You gotta
That's
tell them the story of what inspired you to do this. It's my favorite story.
Well, then
Share.
yes,
Why-
do share.
Why?
short?
No, well, I mean,
Share
it
it with the
start-
class.
It starts with like how you came up with the idea of the magazine and, you know, what inspired you and stuff. That
There's
It's-
so many levels to it,
it-
though.
Don't worry, we have an hour. I'm kidding.
We actually
Wow.
don't, but
I'm kidding.
I'm trying to be cognizant of the time. But we have some time. We have some time.
Okay, so in the midst of, you know, helping him with the T-shirt business, because I'm a person, I like things to be done a certain way, and I try and
Yeah.
you know, make sure things are flowing. And because he is responsible for designing, there was a little bit of a gap when it came to the line for the women.
Right.
So
Mhm.
his For Real clothing line, it was an urban line. And so he had designs for the men and for the women.
sick design.
And I know because he's a man. you
Yeah,
know, because
yeah.
he's a man.
A sick man.
He knows what men like.
Yes,
You know? So
yes.
he was
Well,
on top of the
Not that
men's
way,
line.
no homo. Sorry.
Tambourine.
You know, no, but yeah,
case
you
you
know,
need it.
but
Six
when
man.
it came for the women's stuff, there wasn't a lot. So I was just kind of like, you know, we need more stuff. Come on, but he has a lot on his plate as it is. So you know, I tried with my little, you know, skills, try to put together some designs, and I'm like, look, let's do this. And he's like, No.
No.
I took right this, man.
He like, yeah. He basically told me,
Cha-ching.
you know, God gave him this. Belongs to him. God gave him this vision, and I can't produce the vision that he had.
Right.
And
right.
that was very humbling.
I wasn't trying to be
I
an
was
asshole.
Yeah. No, but you know what? I'm going to defer to Julia for a minute because Julia is, and you guys always know, you hear me say it, and you see her
Yes.
work online. She's a graphic design extraordinaire.
An
and
awesome graphic
She
designer.
really is. And
Gracias.
she's a visual artist and really has an eye for photography and for video creation and all of it. And, because so she's studying it and studied it, so I studied marketing and business and brand and all that. So as an extension of my education, obviously I learned the importance of design and graphic elements and all of this, right? So when somebody shows me something and they're like, what do you think? It's like, you don't want to, like, it's okay, it's not bad, but you know it can
Yeah.
be so much better. So there's this fine line between it's good, it's nice, it's fine.
When you hear that,
But it can be
pause
so
and then the
much
word
better. But they're
it's
not
like,
graphic
okay.
designers. They're not visual artists. So for them to put it together, they're not. That's not their forte, and that's okay. But I think they do appreciate feedback.
That,
Do
my
you know what I
dear,
mean?
is what we call standard. You
Stan-
see?
Standard design.
Apparently, you have a standard when it comes to what you see.
Actually, I gotta
visually.
use that line. That's a standard
Yes,
design.
You have a standard. And
He has a very high standard.
the highest.
So,
Very
but I think, you know
high.
what? But I think everybody at this table has a very high standard of quality for what we produce and what we deliver. I think it's very important, right? And so when Alistair's got this craft and you've got this craft and both of you have high standard and then both of you have a vision, but sometimes you're kind of navigating what it is. That's where the brainstorming comes in. You're not always going to agree 100% on the first draft or the second draft or, necessarily.
Yeah, well, it all depends. Like, when it comes to, like, when he's designing something, he's on point. Like,
Yeah.
I look at his work and I'm just like, wow, like that's incredible. That's amazing. There might be a little few things now and again, but
Right.
oh, his head.
So you know what? We're gonna get to the
collar,
what I call the speed round because I want to make sure we get all these messages in tonight. So okay, like time goes by really quickly on this show. It really, really does, right? I want to make sure that we get all of the stuff that you're working on out there so everyone knows. But I want to read a few of these because I saw.
Sorry, did you see Heather's no thanks moment?
When someone wants to sing with me, but they are tone deaf and off key, and my insides die with every note. # no thanks.
Whoa.
Relatable. Okay.
That is going to someone who you cannot name. Oh, that hurts me in my
It's
inside.
not towards you.
No.
But still, like
You felt that?
that's a punch to the nuts to somebody, buddy. That's
Okay, we're at like some
right?
technical.
I didn't touch
Okay,
anything.
we're
I
good.
sounds
swear.
expensive.
Lorna says there is
I
more than
didn't
one
touch
thing to
anything.
be successful, but I would say persistence. I think you
Yeah.
said that as well. Yes, Kathy says don't quit. She says love you guys. Heather goes, oh my God, look at his face. Like there's, persistence is very important, and I would say that consistency is very important because, like you know what I always say, I didn't know where to start. Like when I decided to kind of do my own thing after so many years, I didn't know where to start, so I just started. I just started. And so I had a vision, and it's going very, but I believe in slow and steady wins the race,
Yes.
as opposed to trying to get everything done in one day and then nothing is working, right? So listen, I want to do a few shout outs, you guys, if I may. First of all, Tracy, before I get into some of these things, why don't you talk about, well, I've been saying this for the longest time, but so you've got the King's event coming up Saturday evening, November 2nd,
Next
Gospel
Saturday.
Cafe, starts at 7.
Doors open at 6.
Yeah, okay.
We're starting on time at 7 o'clock.
Yep.
It's going to be a jam-packed evening.
Right.
Just
Like there's tons of
Jam-packed.
nominees, wonderful men, some that we nominated as well. And this is going to be actually our first, because when we had first met, you had a Queens event, but we had a ton of stuff that same week and we couldn't make it happen. So really looking forward to it. The other thing I wanted to say is you have the issue, the 5th anniversary issue. If people want to buy it, locate it, find it, they go to your website.
soulfulimage.mag.com.
Right. Okay. And Alistair does t-shirts and printing, etc. And if you guys want to connect with both of these lovely people,
Send smoke signals. It still works.
does it?
I have to learn how to read it first, but it'll be awesome to watch. Send smoke signals.
They're both on Facebook and they're both on Instagram. So I will put your handles on the thread, okay, of the show. And the other thing is, you guys, you have a Queens event. Has that date been established for that or not yet? That's usually in the springtime,
Yes.
right? And then you've got a whole bunch of other stuff that you're doing as well. So,
Book line.
oh God,
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Yeah, I haven't even mentioned it yet because I deliberately knew you guys were coming on, and I actually wanted to release the news tonight. But so Tracy,
Which, by the way, this is a lovely photo of you.
Oh, thank
yes,
you.
it's a beautiful photo, isn't it? Tracy is the, I don't know what you call it, but the
Compiler.
book master compiler, and she's doing a book launch on December the 12th, and a number of authors, including myself. So it's gonna be my first time being a published author. I'm so excited. A whole bunch of wonderful people are going to are contributing to this book, Walking in Purpose, a very soulful purpose book. And what I really liked about the whole concept was writing about what is our purpose, what makes us follow what we're following in our journey, and sort of our love and spirituality for life and everything. And so, you know what, it was a very healing process for me to be able to write 2,000 or 3,000 words in this. So anyway, so this coming together, book launch is going to be evening of December 12th. Tracy will be continues to post on that. I will continue to promote it as well. Very excited. Very excited. It's gonna be awesome.
Celebrate.
Da-na-na-na-na.
Wait, that's Madonna.
Holiday.
I'm messing up my song.
Or
Be a celebration.
I'm so excited.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
And I just can't hide.
That's-
Go.
That's the
And I
rock.
just get hiding.
Woo!
No,
Hey.
no, no. I know. I want you.
Woo! Tracy is a soul singer, by the way.
I'm
Okay.
rich. As soon as she get a record deal, I'll be laying in that bed of money.
Oprah money, record deal money.
Just laying there
Oh my goodness.
while she stands on a ladder, just going like this over me.
Well, we're going to end the show, not yet, but we're going to end the show with Tracy singing because she's got a beautiful, beautiful voice. So you have time to pick a song. I love that. I love the Pointer Sisters. So we had Celebration, I'm So Excited, and what was the other one? All in the 30-second.
I don't even know. All I know is I'm so excited.
Did we sing War? What is it good for? Absolutely nothing.
What?
Sorry, I'm thinking of
What
something.
is
Oh my
it
God, I should be
good
talking to you.
Absolutely nothing.
Huh.
Why do you
Julius-
guys give me a microphone? That is not a good
No,
idea.
seriously. Okay, so guys, here we go. So we've got more to come on all these wonderful things, and I'm so excited to be collaborating with this. And so we've got also, let me just see here, you guys. Fearless Voices, November 18th, Dave and Buster's in Vaughan. You guys need to check that out. I want to do a shout out for a fashion show party happening Friday evening, November the 15th, and being hosted by Tanya Trachtenberg. I hope I pronounced that correctly. And Sharita Cooks. And Julie and I have been asked to be models for the fashion show.
Oh.
Yes.
Tickets are on sale.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna see you.
I'm
do
a
your
little nervous.
Turn on the
Yeah, I'd be like-
catwalk.
She can
On
do
the-
it. She can do it. She can totally do it.
You'll
I'm a
shake
little
your little
nervous.
tush on the catwalk.
It's going to be so good, though.
But yeah.
It's going to be good, though. I will put the ticket link in the thread, you guys. Definitely need to come check it out. It's going to be at 21 Mobile Drive. I'll put all this information in there, so it's really awesome. Also, we've got, let me just see here. We mentioned the book launch party, December 12th. I will also put some ticket information and details in the thread for that. Toastmasters, I have to mention this. If you guys want to come out Wednesday night, October 30th, coming up, Toastmasters invited me to be their keynote speaker in Mississauga. I'm so
exciting.
I'm so excited.
Oh,
And I just can't hide it.
that's the calm way of singing it.
I'm about to lose control, and I think I like it.
Yeah.
That's how I feel. The theme is breaking boundaries and breaking free. It's a free event. You guys, starts at 7:15. I've been promoting it, but I'm going to remind everybody. A lot of people coming out for this, so please come on out and just come and check out the whole sort of premise of Toastmasters and meet some great people. So very, very excited to be part of that. Also, let's not forget the Anything Goes December 5th, only the beginning event. Please, you guys, advance tickets, $25 until Halloween. We've got a ton of special guests coming to perform, coming to speak, coming to serve food, coming to do so many things.
So sick.
Alistair over
So
here,
sick.
we haven't released this yet, but he is coming out to be our professional smartass, is taking the stage for a few minutes. You guys
Because
can come in.
everybody
I
needs a
can't
professional
wait.
smartass.
Everybody needs
I
a professional
can't wait.
smartass.
Aren't we sick and tired of hearing from speakers, damn it? Don't you think we need to hear from a smartass every now and
You
then?
know what? But you're assuming
To say some of the
speakers.
stuff that we all wanted to say.
But you're assuming speakers aren't
Give us a
smartasses.
chance, damn it. I'm just kidding.
You're getting a chance. You're getting a chance.
Get these speakers out.
Speakers can be smartasses,
Well, I mean.
Well,
some-
mom's one for
Oh.
and I'm
Don't
proud
mess
of it.
with my racket.
And I'm proud of it. No, it's going to be absolutely fantastic
It's
fun,
gonna
you
be good.
guys.
I
It's
will
going to be
love it.
so
I will
good.
have a good time.
So more to come on that. I think I've covered everything. Oh, and finally, I just want to mention too that next Thursday night, be prepared if you dare. Julia and I are having our Halloween night special here in the studio. It's going to be pretty cool.
Wait, did you just say be prepared if you dare?
Yes, be prepared if you dare. It's Thursday night Halloween.
Okay.
I'm going to sell your blood.
Yes,
Which one is
absolutely.
going to be Catwoman? Which one's going to be Catwoman?
I have to bring the
Which one's gonna
whip.
be Catwoman?
It's at home.
You're going to be Catwoman?
Yeah, okay,
All
Catwoman. All right.
It's gonna be
Yeah,
good.
okay.
I want
coming.
to. I
First
want to
of all,
thank.
the chafing in latex is real.
I
So
wouldn't feel a
no to
thing.
Catwoman.
no,
okay.
it's gonna be
I wouldn't feel a
awesome.
thing. Don't go for
I don't feel like chafing on Halloween night. So why are you walking like that? Drink too much? No, it's the chafing and the the latex.
Drink too much.
the spandex. Or
It's gonna
whatever
be.
the
It's
hell
gonna be so
called.
much fun. We have cool guests as usual. It's gonna be awesome. I love actually Halloween.
Me too.
I love getting dressed up. It's gonna be a lot of fun. What are you guys going as? Are you going to any Halloween parties?
Yeah, we were invited to one. I think this weekend.
Yeah.
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 So he'll figure out the costume. He always makes
I always
something.
Batman.
Yeah,
I'm
I
always-
think so. Batman
He
too.
makes, I suggested that.
What, me be Batman?
Yeah, but you didn't want to.
Batman's not black. With dreads. You wouldn't take him
okay.
seriously.
Are you kidding? Yeah, because we take Ben Affleck
I-
seriously.
yeah. But
Exactly.
If you see me as Batman, the first thing you're going to do is be like, hey, you got any weed? That's the first thing you're going to do if you see me as Batman.
Hey, if you guys have any Halloween
So
parties
that's
you're
why your
going
voice
to
is like
or are going to be dressed up in costume, let us
like
know.
that, yeah.
As usual, we will respond to all the comments. You guys always have awesome comments. And if you got some pictures of your Halloween costume at your Halloween parties, send them in to us. We want to hear and see what you're
You'll
going
be
to be going as.
featured
Yeah,
in
you guys
a-
are going to be featured in our
a
show
video,
in some way or
possibly.
another. So send
In a
them
video, possibly.
in a
You
video
never
possibly.
know.
Send them in. We want to hear because there's some Halloween parties going on this weekend and there's some Halloween parties going on next weekend. And again, we
exciting.
want to do a plug for Blue Suede Sue's.
Mississauga's best kept secret.
That's so good. Tommy and crew, they're having an amazing New Year's
They're-
Halloween party.
They're having
November
one
2nd.
this Saturday.
Yeah, this Saturday.
And Joey's gonna be there. Feeling in
I
the
think
air.
isn't he going to be there next Saturday?
No, I thought it was this. I thought it was this
Feel it
Saturday.
in the air. Okay, yeah.
Well, either way, Joey's gonna be there.
1 week. I think it's next weekend though.
And then there's the
Is that a
November
New Kid song?
Is that New Kids?
No, it's Joey.
No, Joey.
Feel it in the air, 1990
New
something.
Kids
Come on.
song.
New Kids is Step by Step.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's feeling the,
Please don't go, girl.
it's not.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
It's not like come on, feel it.
No, it's not. It's not quite like that. Okay, we're going to do our final thoughts, you guys. We're going to respond to all your comments. Thank you so much. We're going to do some final thoughts, and then we're going to end the segment with Tracy singing a song or half a song or a verse or two. Okay. Julia, sweetie, final thoughts?
My final thoughts. Stay dumbasses. Jesus.
Smart asses, dumbasses.
My final thought is always be a comedian. Be fun. Have fun. Don't ever not be weird because you think people are gonna judge you. Weird means you have a personality. Just saying.
Awesome. Yes.
That's right. I concur on that one.
There we
Yes.
go. There we go.
Alistair, final thought.
Final thought of everything we're talking about. Okay, yeah, I guess. Okay, here's my final thought, ladies and gentlemen. When it comes to what you want to do with your purpose, your dreams, get started. Be persistent. It's gonna be hard. It's supposed to be hard. If it's not hard, it's not worth it. So, but don't be afraid to do what you want to do. Jim Carrey, for God's sakes, got paid how much millions of dollars for talking out of his ass
Yep.
in Ace Ventura. And if
Right.
this guy could get paid for talking out of his ass in Ace Ventura, then I'm sure you could catch a buck or two by doing whatever you want to do. So
That's right.
I love it.
That's
stay
awesome.
persistent with what you want to do. And always remember hashtag titty sprinkles.
Titty sprinkle.
All right, then. Let's get a round of applause.
Titty
Had
sprinkle.
to put that in. We know what part of the body he likes. Okay, continue. JC, your final thought.
My final thoughts. So I would say that when you're looking for the person you want to spend your life with, that person has to be your best friend. Your best friend. Because when you're with your best friend, you'll have the most fun. Everything will just be easier when you find someone that you can just laugh with and just enjoy life with.
Yeah.
And that's us. That's why it works.
Makes the sex fantastic too.
Oh my God.
Oh, you heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm sure you heard it other places too. I'm sure you heard it other
But
places.
that is the very most important ingredient, I think, in a marriage, in a relationship. It's just always being open and being able to talk on anything, and always being together.
Yeah.
Like, you see him, you always see me. Everyone says that.
Yeah.
You always see us together.
Yeah.
Because we actually really enjoy each other's company.
That's true.
And isn't that what it's all about,
and
right?
Yeah.
That's beautiful. That's
So-
let's give that's a real big round of applause. Thank you so much. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah, what she says when it comes to relationships. Also, I think some people need a couple of just rules, right? And there's some rules that I have when it comes to my relationship with Tracy. One of the rules I have is no name calling. As
Yeah.
angry
Yeah.
as you get.
Yeah.
And there's gonna be times when you say what happens when someone pushes your buttons.
Yes.
Right? Try your best. Make it a rule for yourself. Try your best not to call names, because then you'll just further the argument. Number two,
Yes.
don't argue. Try not to argue. Don't get hot. Don't try to prove your point. Don't try to be right.
Yeah.
Never try to be. Everyone who there's wars going on with people trying to be right. Right. So especially in your relationship, being right is not the thing. Right? Because you're gonna always, I guarantee you, end up regretting it, and you're gonna be wrong. Also understand you're in a team, and if you played on any professional, not professional team, if you have played on any team, you're gonna learn that sometimes you win games, sometimes you lose games. Some players drop the ball like an idiot, but you still have to be the team. You can't dog a team player out because they messed up or because they whatever. You still have to pick them up.
Yeah.
When you're with someone, you're a team, and you have to think of it as a way. And the team's goal is to win, not this game, but the big game. So you have to think of it as that. So these are things that I consider, me and Tracy consider for our relationship. And of
That's
course,
awesome.
yeah, awesome.
Thank you.
Hashtag titty sprinkles.
Alistair, thank you so much. Guys, I just want to say, first of all, thank you, Frequency 5FM. Thank you, all of you, always, 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 for the love and support. We really, really appreciate it. Stay tuned for some more special announcements coming up. We are just beginning here, and we're very excited. My final thought, in the context of our themes tonight, and in the context of love and marriage and working together, I want to dedicate my final thought to a very, 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 very dear friend of mine who is going through a very difficult breakup at the moment, and my heart goes out to him. And it's never easy to go through breakups, especially when you find the person that you really, really care about, and we can't control how we feel and what our heart says and what our emotions say, and it's just heart-wrenching to know that people are going through this. So this final thought is dedicated to him, that whether in love or business or in life, we all need to be kind to one another. We all need to respect one another. We all need to be there for one another, because and I say this every single week, in any given moment, anything can change. So thank you so much, you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for all the love. We will see you guys next week, Halloween night. Thanks again. And we're going to... yeah, send us your pictures with all your costumes,
because we're not leaving.
and we're gonna just end the show right now with just another minute of Tracy singing with her beautiful voice. Thank you so much.
And I will always love you. I will always love you, my darling, you. Bittersweet memories, that is all I'm taking with me. So goodbye, please don't cry. We both know I'm not what you need, and I will always love you. I will always love you. I will always love you.
So good.
Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you.
Thank
See you
you.
next week. Thank you. Oh, that
Now you know why I married her.
was so good. Great. Thank you.